Hello everyone, my name is Elizabeth Mungai. Welcome to yet another episode of our life skills lesson. I hope that you have been learning something from these lessons. I am very happy to be bringing you these lessons every time that I have a chance to do so. Our motto, as we always say, is watch one, watch who you are watching, watch one of these episodes. Then, after you have watched one of these episodes, please be one, go and practice what you have learned from these lessons. And thirdly, kindly just go and look for just one other person and train them on what you have learned. So our motto is watch one, be one, and you train one. Thank you. Today's topic is on self-awareness. What is self-awareness? As the name itself says, it is self, then we have the part of awareness. Who is self? We can say that self is, it's you, it's me. This lesson is about being more aware about yourself. Awareness means having knowledge about something or someone. And in this instant, we are talking about you having more knowledge about yourself. Because as we walk through this life, you will meet very many people who have an opinion about you. So if you don't have an opinion about yourself, if you're not aware of yourself, you are going to get a little bit confused in the midst of it. So today's topic, we want to understand, what does self-awareness entail? Why should we be self-aware? So we start. Being self-aware means that you understand. Number one, you need to understand three things. You need to understand your strength. What are you good at? You need also to understand more about your values. And number three, you need to understand more about your beliefs. So we start with our strengths. All of us here have many strengths. There's someone who is good in one thing. For example, even in school, one person is good in, maybe very good in maths, someone else in science, someone else in Swahili, someone else in social studies. And when we come back actually to our homes, there are people who are better, even in doing one chore, some chores better than others. As we grow, we all have something that we call abilities and talents. So when you look at your strength, you ask yourself, what do I like to do? What do I do very well? Maybe you don't even do it very well, but you have an interest in doing it. So the strength means that maybe, for example, let's say you love to play football. You love playing football. So that's a strength to you. You don't, for me, if I go to that field, I'm just going to be looking at that ball like, what? Where do I even start? But if you love to see a ball move around, maybe that is part of your strength. So you are very good in the field. That does not mean that you put your education aside. No, you go to school and do the very best that you can. If you understand more of science and maybe you don't understand more of Swahili, look for someone else who understands Swahili and you can be together for some time to help each other so that you can understand more of Swahili. And if you understand something, please be also willing to help someone else to understand it better. So more of our strengths means that either it's a strength you have in school, it's a strength that you have at home. There are also people, children actually, who have strength in making decisions. They are children, but they can make decisions. They decide, you're going to be my friend and this one is not going to be. That's a strength. Like, you know how to make those decisions fast. So what is your strength? Do you even know or even have an idea of what your strengths are in this life? Because as you go along and as you grow, your strengths will help you to be a better human being on earth. on to our second point, which is on values. Values means, what do you choose over the other? If you have two options, why will you choose one option over the other? When you're talking about values, at this point when we're in school, I hope that part of our values would include maybe school, maybe it would include taking care of yourself even as you grow. And so different people will have different values because they need different results as they are growing. Even the people that you choose to hang around, your friends, they are either going to add into your value or they are going to subtract some value from you. So what happens is that you need to start asking yourself the questions: why do I value this thing? Even when you have clothes, especially in your closet, there are clothes that maybe you have stored up for Sunday. Why? Because you value those clothes over the ones that you put on when you're at home for different reasons. So value means that we choose one over the other. Why? Because of the results that we are looking for. On values, we have said that decide, make a decision. Is school important? Do you value school? Do you value education? Do you value sound mind? Just having a sound mind, like a mind that is clear on what you want. And so that is what we have on values. Number 3 is on beliefs. What are your beliefs and why do you believe what you believe? If you're a Christian, you believe in God. Why? Because you have been raised up in a Christian family. And if you are otherwise, you have reasons why you believe what you believe. When we choose to make decisions to believe one thing over the other, it is also going to give us results, different kind of results. So on belief, you're going to ask ourselves, why do you believe what you believe? Someone once said that if you believe that you can be able to do something, or you keep saying that you can't be able to do that thing, both of those will be right. Why? Because your belief at the end of the day will judge you right or wrong. So it is deciding within yourself, what do I want to believe? Are you the child that keeps saying, oh, maths is so difficult, oh, English is forever difficult, oh, Swahili I don't even understand? For example, I have a very own personal example. When I was in school, Swahili used to be very difficult for me. But when I look back today, that was a belief that I had held. I held a certain belief towards that subject. And when I decided one way, I decided it is difficult. It always used to be difficult. It was difficult for me to speak in Swahili. Actually, my friends can tell you, my Swahili was broken. I hear people say they have this broken English. My Swahili was totally broken. But when I look back at those days, it's because I had believed that Swahili was so difficult. So when I went to class, I just look at the teacher and say, wow. But so I want you to think, even for the subjects that you say that are difficult, the first core point is the belief that you have held on them. You tell yourself over and over again, oh, this is so difficult. So maybe we can try a new way and say, as we are at home right now, or even as we prepare to go back to school, can you just change your belief a little bit and see what will happen? Try telling yourself, I will do my best. I am going to try and do my best. So on our 3 things that are going to help us, self-awareness is so broad. They say it is the mother of all life skills. But as we look clearly and intently at our values, at our beliefs, we are going to have an idea of who we are. And as we grow, because we are never perfect, as we grow, you will get to understand better. But for now, when you sit down, ask yourself about those 3 things. And when you get an answer, you will be a better child. You will be aware of yourself and also of your environment and even the people that surround you. I hope that you have learned something about self-awareness. Thank you so much for staying tuned. Don't forget that if you have learned something, kindly be kind enough to share one point or two with your friend that is near you. Thank you so much for your time.